Hey, what's up, guys? I get the question a lot, is building a custom controller hard? I'm going to build one in less than 20 minutes, and I'm going to let you guys decide. Alright, what's up, everyone? Today we're getting inside to is building your own custom controller hard. Here you go. You can see there's a custom button pack. There's nothing even in there. Standard controller. We're going to rip it open and make this custom button pack right here a working controller. So I don't know, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm making this for a friend. XO Chloe hit me up for her boyfriend, Andrew Smith, super dope tattoo artist. I'll leave some links. And yeah, she wanted to get him a little gift, so I figured I'll kill two birds with one stone, make a little piece of content, and at the same time, we will learn how to make a controller. So I already took the screws out, and there's only 4 screws inside the back. And then you'll notice when I popped it open, there's a couple little tabs. I'm even going to put it back together for you so you can see it real close up. Look, it just clicks back in real quick. There's a tab right here on this side, tab on that side, same side right there, and then there's a tab right there in the center. I don't use a flathead, but if you want to use a flathead like this and put it right inside there, to click those out, you can. I just kind of know the little pressure points, so I just pop it out, no big deal. And yeah, so when you pop it out, you're gonna see that I didn't like just rip this thing off. I pull it off carefully because there's gonna be a ribbon attached to that little piece on the right hand side if you have it turned over, so you can see that little piece right there. Ribbon goes inside of that, and now the back's off. This is what you're looking at for the back. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this upside down, leave these upside down. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way for a second, and then we're just gonna check our parts out on the back, and then we're gonna take it from this one, we're gonna put it onto this one. So the parts for the back, you can see that there's a little clip right here, and you're just gonna press in on that, and then that clip pulls up like that little swing arm clip. That comes right out, and then you're gonna have this little plastic piece right here. That's gonna do the same little kind of pull arm. There's a little tiny hitch right there. You can see that hitch, so when you put it back in there, it goes on that, and then it presses down, holds inside to place. So hitch, pull the little hitch piece up. This is your little backlight right here. And then you're gonna have a little tiny screw right there for your USB port. And so the only tool that you're actually going to need is one of these little tiny Phillips screwdriver. It's like that weird screwdriver that's inside every cup of pins that you have. So go look inside a cup of pins. Go look inside a cup of pins. You got one of these guys right here for sure. So I'm just going to take that out, get that out of the way. And then this little USB tab, it's going to pull up. There you go. Boom. It's out. And now I'm just going to get rid of that back. I'm going to set this down. And then we're going to... your button pack's going to come with a little tape on it, on the sides, to hold that in, so you can just peel that off. Boom. And so you can see too with like the button packs that if you pick one up, like you could have any color controller, and then you're just going to turn it inside to whatever button pack you buy. So yeah, when you take it apart, flip it over, because I already have the buttons put in there for you, so you won't actually have to do that. You can just put the D-pads right over it, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get inside of that. So leave the faceplate flipped over, get rid of this guy right here, right? So your foam's out, and now you're just dealing with the back again. So we're going everything we just did to take it apart backwards. You're going to put that your charging port down, and then you got your screw that goes inside the first hole right there. And you're not going to need to tighten it down that much. All right, boom, screws inside there. We're going to throw the light bar back inside the place. And there's a little groove inside the light bar. And it's going to go on the inside. It's what pushes it out. And so it'll sit flush, but the groove goes that way. Alright, and then this is your little plastic piece again. So look, it hooks inside there and then presses down there. Hooks on the left side and then it hinges down to the right side. Okay, boom, you got that. And then this little piece right here, little waffles are up. Same thing's gonna happen. It hooks inside of the left side, hinges down to the right side. Okay, boom. Now your back piece is put together. That's the easiest part to do. So now you get inside of the front. To get inside to this, there's going to be one screw to remove inside of this. Let's go ahead and get this boom going, okay? So we got the one screw to remove out of this, but first we're going to take apart the battery right there. So you can see that on the left hand side. That's just going to be a quick little unplug right there on the battery. Boom, that's done. All right. This is where I like to use my flathead screwdriver. You don't have to do this, but there's a little tab on this side right here, the right hand side. You're gonna pull outwards and then it's just gonna pop right up, and then I'll show you close up. There's that tab. See, so here's the tab. That's the tab right there, super close up. Okay, that's what you're dealing with. So when I did that, I pull it outwards and then it just pops right up. So boom, pull that outwards, pops right up, and then we're gonna go over to the other side on the top corner. We're gonna do the same thing, pull it outwards, pops right out, boom. Look, battery's out, so I'm gonna set that to the side. And then the one screw that you're dealing with inside here is right inside the middle of the data board right there. So boom, we got this little screw. I'd recommend wearing some little rubber gloves for this too. It's just when I'm shooting this video, hopefully it's years later, but we're going through the COVID craziness, so rubber gloves are not available. We need some rubber gloves. Alright, anyways. So now that we got this out, this is going to pop right up. You might feel a little bit of tension from the thumbsticks holding on. So just kind of get your fingers through and press those up. And then just notice that I'm always keeping it upside down. That's what kind of holds everything together and makes it not a pain in the butt. The only little trial that you're going to go through is, and I'm just going to hold it all together so you can see it on the other side. And my share buttons fell out. That's what I didn't want to happen. You're going to see though that this touchpad right here has a little hook. So when you pull it up, when you pull it upwards, you're going to have to hook this out that way. So you're going to see me do that, but back upside down. So I'm upside down again. And now that I'm pulling up on this from the back here, I'm pulling up, and my little touchpad is getting hung up. That's going to be your only little weird constention. And that's happening because I pulled the thumbsticks up too far while I was taking it out. It's got to kind of be a little unison movement right there. So let's see. And then, okay, boom. So it spun out right there. I like to do that kind of facing down. They definitely made the ribbon on this one a little shorter than normal. So now these are your D-pads right here. Here's my one little share button that fell out. And then you're just going to take these D-pads off, rip them off there, and then you're going to throw them right over the buttons that are already laid out for you in your button pack. And then you're going to need a... for this button pack specifically, you'll still be using your standard home and share buttons. Different button packs vary. So we're done with this. We don't need these other buttons. I'm just going to set this to the side. And for the analogs right here, now that we're getting inside of the depth of this thing, you'll want to take those out and put them on the motherboard first. So boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. So when I'm putting in the D-pads, you'll see that there's these little tiny dots right here, and when there's little dots to press those in. Obviously it goes in the shape so it fits, but you'll want to press down on those little dots. And I'll pull out my screwdriver too so you can actually see exactly where those at. They're inside every single corner, dot, 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 and dot. So you want to press all those down right there. Okay, make sure that that's good. We're going to go over to the direction side. We're going to put our dots in. They're going to be in the same exact space for the little hold downs. And you'll feel it kind of get all snug. It's no big deal. It's just a little rubber piece. So you'll do that. Oh, and see, the touchpad's also still in here, so we're going to take the touchpad out because we'll need to transfer that and put it on there, which is also no big deal. So I got this inside here. I'm going to drop my shares in. For the shares, I don't want you to put them in wrong. There is a little tiny tab on each side of the share, and when you're putting them in, they should just drop in. If they don't, then and the tab goes on the outside, like see how that didn't drop in? It's because it's on the wrong side. Just take it out. Right, go put it. There's actually a little slant to it. I just don't think that you would be able to even see it in a video, so I'm not gonna like try to point that out. Just know that it should drop inside there. So boom, those just dropped in. There's not a D-pad to hold those in for your option buttons. And then we're gonna drop our home in. So that just dropped in, no problem. And then this is gonna have a D-pad. There's a little tiny lip on this thing, and the lip goes on the top. Closest to where the speaker's at, and then there's two little tabs on each side of that as well. So press that down, boom, and then that's a done deal. And I really try to press the home button down and just get it down tight and snug, so you don't have any problems when you're putting it together. So look, that's done. I'm gonna put that out of the way for a second, and we're gonna get inside to doing our buttons that we have going on the motherboard and everything that we have going on here. So for this, there's tabs on the side of this touchpad. I'm gonna get in there really close for you. Boom, you can see it. So you got that tab right there. I'm so used to doing it that I kind of do it with one hand because there's a tab on each side, and I like to just like pinch them both and take them off. Oh, this one's like, so boom, there you go right there. So there's a little tab, and then they put, some of them have little sticky on them when I've taken apart. Some of them don't, you know. I guess it just depends on how Sony's feeling that day. Boom, we're gonna get this touchpad, and it's just gonna be the same thing. The tabs, you're gonna want to make sure that those tabs clip in. I do it setting down and just kind of pull it up inside the place. It's easier for me. So boom, that's already done. It's attached. Now your touchpad's on there. You're going to want to pull out your analogs so you can put your new ones on there. So boom, we're getting rid of the analogs. Those just pull right up. Pretty easy breezy. You can see that there's a little, there is a right way to put it on and off, but you'll know if you're putting it on right. It should just slip on there. Here's our new analog. You see our little oval oblong shape. You just spin it until it clicks in. That's clicked on there, and that is clicked on there. So boom, that's done. Click out. We're gonna click out the L's and the R's inside this. The flathead is where you'll need that, and so to click out your L's and R's. And then I'm doing all this like in the air, but you can, it's easier to do it down here. I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna lift it up, and you just gotta stick your flathead right in there, and then you're just gonna kind of pull down. And then it'll pop right out for you. And then they pop in super easy, the same way that they're gonna pop in and out. So here we go. So for the R's, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it inside that groove on the two buttons, I mean, and you're going to put some pressure back behind it, and that's just gonna like pop right out too. It's just gonna pop out that way. opposite way. And then you got your 2 buttons that pop right out. Let's see, we're gonna do it on the other side. So you're gonna put that in there, and then you're gonna pop it out that way. So going that direction, pop it out. Okay. Oh, it's giving me a little bit of stick on that one, but it's not a big deal. It's already popped out, it's just in there tight. So anyways, pop those out. I'm gonna pop out this one real quick. You can see they pop out like pretty easily. We're gonna go transparent on the 2s and the 1s. So let's rock that. We're gonna get back into it. Here we are on the board, and we just took our 1s and 2s out, and then these are gonna pop back in there really easily. So here we go. See, boom, done. Do the other R1. Click back in there. With these guys, you're gonna put them in the same way that you took them out. So this is the 2. There's a little tiny hook. I want to show you that hook actually back here. So this right here, yes, it's gonna focus on it. So you're gonna want to put this inside of that hook first, and then you're just gonna press down on where you see that little tab right there. So you got it inside of that hook, and then boom, see, there you got your 2 active right there. So same thing, hook it around, and you're gonna press it in there. Boom, done deal. It is good to go. All right. So now we kind of got our motherboard worked out. Right here, I'm glad this kind of popped up a little bit. On your actual touchpad, there's little tiny tabs right here that you're gonna want to make sure that you press down inside to. So check that out, little tab action. Press down inside of that. Make sure that it's pressed down on the other side as well. Okay. All right. And we're ready to go. We already got our buttons put together inside this. So the same way that you took it out, you're going to put it back in. And so I like to do it upside down. Let's get it set inside there. I don't know that I could do the last little piece in the air for you. That's a pretty tough one. But yeah, I'm not that cool, guys. Sorry. Anyways, we're going to, the touchpad hooks around. You wanna know what? Actually, I'm going to attempt. Look, the touchpad, it needs to hook underneath that bar, and then it just kind of spins downward. So actually, I did do it air style. I take it back. I am that cool. All right. Anyways, I need a little bit of hype for myself. Sorry, you guys had to bear through that with me. Anyways, after that, you're gonna want to like press your analogs in so they kind of hook in, and everything will kind of start pressing down. The touchpad presses down super easily as you press everything down inside there. So I'm just gonna push this down as I know. Apply a little pressure on it so you can just see that everything's inside place. And then look, boom, you flip it up. Looking at a finished controller right now. Shopwop. All right, let's put that last screw inside there. And then we're gonna be done. This thing is literally close to donezo because we already got our back on. And we're getting close. Okay. So like I said, apply a little pressure where I like to apply pressure, and I'm going to show you where my finger's at on the other side. It's right above the speaker. So boom, right there. Like actually literally the speaker, like all those little dots. So hold that down while you're kind of screwing it in so it all holds inside the place. And there we go for that. Single screw. And you don't need to get it too tight. It doesn't need to be loose either. It just, you know, it's going to go back the way that you took it out. So, look, now it's just kind of all holding itself together. It's done, right? And then we got the back that we got to put on here. So we already put our back together. We're gonna put that together on there real fast. So, I like to do this little swing effect right here. And I put them both on the ground laying flat like this. This is the trick. Don't try to do it any other way. And then so you're just going to see that the ribbon presses right inside there. Dunzo. And then still keep it upside down. And then you're going to see too that the little plastic piece that you put on there, there's that little tab that's up right there. So you're going to make sure it clips down inside to there. See? Just like... Alright, and then after that, it's just, it's going to press together. Look, we're donezo. We're looking at a controller. Finished custom controller. And realistically, we're just putting the screws back inside there. But before you do put the screws back inside there, hop onto the website and plug it in and test your buttons. There it is, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on to check out some of the other amazing content creators working with Controller TV, and don't miss me saying boom way too often. Alright, I'm out. Yeah!